Hey, what's going on, guys? So today I'm gonna be experimenting with a new raid exotic pulse rifle that I got. We're gonna be experimenting on what it does, and we'll uh, definitely take advantage of the perks. And we're gonna try different mods today. So definitely, one of the perks is Umbrella Substance. This weapon's magazine is automatically reloaded when you gain the Devour. Void, Overshield, or become invisible. Void Leech. Weapon and leeches, void debuffs, damaging targets that are suppressed, weakened, and or volatile. Swapping fire modes, and then this mode damage from this weapon and applies the same void debuffs that were leeched. Okay, so basically the grenade that we're going to be using is suppressor grenade, offensive bulwark, controlled demolition, echo of undermining, echo of starvation, echo of persistence, echo of instability. The mod that we're going to be using is devouring in depths, explosive finisher, uh, devouring in depths, casting your void super while you are critically wounded from benefiting and devour increases your damage within that super. Suppression mastery. This is going to pay off using our suppressor grenades. It basically and it increases the duration of the void suppressor grenade. We're going to be using a double pulse rifle holster, bountiful wells. We're going to be using our titanium chest plate with the elemental ordnance. We're going to be using another stack of elemental ordnance. We're going to be using a volatile flow. Picking up a void elemental well grants your void weapons volatile rounds. Uh, Rapid void weapon and final blows create an orb of a power. So basically, the more stacks I have, that really great chance of me creating an orb when I get a void weapon final blow. So that's actually really good to have. Uh, the reason why I'm using Battlefield Wells is because if you stack your elemental ordnance, it allows you to use it as Battlefield Wells, which allows you to stack other mods, more than one mod. So this weapon actually works pretty good. So pretty much how the Devourer is going to work is every time I get like a void weapon kill. That's a final blow. Every time I pick up any orb, I get devour. So without that being further said, we're going to jump right into a gambit match, and we're going to do some testing out on the new collective obligation pulse rifle that you get from the final boss encounter. I'm not really sure what the drop rate is as far as the boss encounter, but definitely really a great encounter. Definitely great raid. I would suggest going into that raid. I mean, it's a really fun raid.
Ooh! Fallen on the horizon. Let's bet big. Nothing like hunting Fallen in the morning. Show 'em why the Traveler left them. Chose us.
So, like I said, well, we're not going to use any other weapons. We're just here to
Drop
do
those
weapon
targets,
and
mark 'em
testing
and
for
bang
the
'em.
new exotic
Hostiles in
pulse
the
rifle
trees.
that we have. So I'm going to be using a lot of my suppressors and a lot of my finisher. Whenever I use a finisher, I'll get my grenade back, which is just A plus. And as long as I'm getting void weapon final blows, it should drop an orb. There we go. Got an orb. We're gonna suppress these guys.
Hostiles inbound at the beach.
Okay, so I think if I understand this right, it's like pretty much every time I get like a void, uh, rapid void weapon final below, I create orbs. So stacking this makes it really good. Like I said, picking it up of a void elemental grants me void weapon volatile rounds, which is really good to have. So we're gonna look right into this and go to
I
this
found
little
a
perk right
target.
here.
Burn it
And it
down.
says that this weapons magazine is automatically reloaded when I gain the valor. So pretty much every time, like when I pick up an orb, I'm gonna get to gain devour and what do you call it? And I'm gonna have like a little timer right above my super bar, and and I gain the devour every time I pick up an orb. So right now we did it a long press. Right now we're doing just to see what it actually does. I see that it actually breaks their shield. Okay, we're gonna get into the like I said. When you do a long press on this weapon, it just like literally like destroys their shield, and you can see what it's doing to the captain. So right
High
now
value targets making a break for it. Cut them off.
we're gonna get our grenade back. I mean, like I said, every time when you finish somebody, you're always getting your grenade back every time,
Hey, look
no
who's
matter
next.
what.
Incoming wave at the ruins.
So every time when I have the Devourer, I don't have to reload. If that's what I'm understanding right. Yeah, yeah. As long as I have a Devourer, I definitely don't have to reload. That's what it looks like. Or not reload. I mean, as long as I'm getting in a kill, as long as I have a Devourer, I'm definitely my Devourer time is pretty much not gonna go away. So now that I stun them, I'm just gonna go back in here real quick. I mean, I do love the scope and everything. Very, very cool.
risking it all. Cash in now.
So every time I get a boy kill, I'm definitely picking up wells, which gives me ability energy.
Hostiles at the trees.
So as long as I have Devour, it's either gonna give me overshield, or it's gonna give me invisibility. So that's definitely A plus. I'm gonna get my grenade back, at least some of my energy back from killing that person. We're gonna suppress it again. We're gonna burn this guy's shield and try to kill him as fast as we can. I kind of understand what this weapon does, and then I'm still trying to learn
Think about
what
it,
it all
Reach.
does. But I mean, it's definitely pretty cool. I mean, like I said, I love the scope and everything. I love the way it interacts. I love the perks on it. I mean, I just love what it does in general. I mean, like I said, every time when I send somebody, I'm and I kill somebody, I get a grenade energy back by picking up wells. Every time I pick up an orb, it activates my devourer. Once I get my four purple circles, like fully activated, um, what do you call it? Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out. I mean, I kind of understand what the perk says, but yeah, I'm kind of a little confused about it. I mean, like I said, maybe you guys could explain it to me a little bit better than the way I'm understanding it. I mean, and it's definitely very cool. I mean, I need to suppress these guys. Get my grenade back. I mean, I think if I'm not mistaken, right, the Devourer acts like as if you're throwing a grenade. That's what it looks like. I could be mistaken because I'm not really, I don't really use the Devourer that much, but all I know is when you get void weapon kills, rapid void weapon kills, you have a chance. It has a chance to drop an orb. Once it drops an orb, I automatically get my devour. And as long as I'm killing somebody within that timer, my timer refreshes back up, and it's like I'm never losing my devour ever.
All right, you came to fight today.
Okay, looks like I got my devour again. I'm gonna activate it. Look at that damage, bro.
Hostiles at the trees.
It's a very fun weapon to use. Indeed, I mean, like I said, the only way Devour will activate unless I pick up an orb. But it also okay. So like whenever I pick up an orb, it has the chance to do one of the following, which is on this perk. So like whenever I pick up an orb, says well, I mean, whenever I pick up a orb, it activates Devour. I understand that, but it says that this weapons magazine is automatically reloaded when you gain Devour. So I wonder, well, like uh like okay, so like when I get my Devour after picking up an orb, and I get a Devour, and I get like a 15-second timer, it has the option to do one of these: Overshield, or I can become invisible, which is good. So I wondered when I activate the gun, like fully and stuff. Um, I wonder after picking up an orb and I activate the Devour, I wonder if what do you call it? If if it'll do this
Oh yeah!
like okay, so like after I pick up an orb, so either I'll gain like an overshield when I have my Devour, or I'll go on invisible. So I wonder every time,
1 minute
like when
left
I
in this
get a
push.
kill, if I will always get my Devour back. So like for instance, this right here. I'm trying to get these guys, but these guys are always moving. These guys definitely move a lot.
30 seconds left.
Man, these guys definitely move around a lot. Oh my god, bro. And we're gonna have to try some different ads. But anyways, like I was trying to say, guys. Yeah, well, we're just gonna go on to like a different gambit match. So,
Sorry, I got moved.
um,
Prime Evil's on the field. Both sides have Prime Evils. Focus your fire.
so okay. So like I understand the whole thing as far as the weapon. Like every time, like when you suppress somebody, uh, okay, I not only am I increasing the the duration on my suppressor grenade, but it's not about that. Every time, uh, when I get like a voided weapon kill, uh, what do you call it? It has a chance to generate an orb from Void siphoning. I get that. Okay, on a Void a weapon and fauna below. I get that, which is pretty cool. But that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is this. After I pick up an orb and I get my devourer, okay, and I had the weapon fully
Alright,
activated and
Cokeheads.
stuff.
Ready
As
to
long
see
as
what you're
I'm
fighting
as
today?
long as I'm getting kills,
Cabal
well,
on the field.
while the weapon is
And
fully
we
activated, it
fulfill the
looks like that I will non-stop have like a devourer. So in other words, that if I get a kill, it increases my duration.
Hold on a
It's like
second.
the timer never ever runs
Get
out
ready for a
on my
firefight, brother.
devourer.
Drop those mooks in the
So
bank.
which is pretty cool. So every time, like when I pick up a grenade, or not, sorry, every time, well, like when I create an orb from a void weapon final blow, and I pick up an orb, it automatically sets my timer at the devourer. I get that. I understand that. So when uh, my weapon is fully activated. So I'm guessing, like it says, when it's fully activated, this weapon's magazine is automatically reloaded when you gain in Devourer. So the only way I can gain in Devourer is by, it seems like, whenever I pick up an orb, which is cool. Don't get me wrong. So, like I said, it will either give me a void over shield or I become invisible. So I'm guessing it is like once the weapon is fully activated, and as long as I'm getting kills, it's gonna increase my duration of my devourer. So pretty much, I'm never ever gonna run out of the devourer as long as I'm getting kills. It seems like it's never ever gonna run out. As far as the whole void leech goes, it says that void leech debuffs when damaging targets that are suppressed, weakened, or volatile, which I'm running in, which is pretty good. I am running volatile flow, so pretty much picking up a void elemental well grants me void weapons volatile with the volatile rounds, which is really good. So if you look at right here, and if you go where it says echo of instability, defeating targets with grenades grants you volatile rounds to
I
your
got your
void
target.
weapons.
Burn it
So
down.
this is going to pair off really good with Void Flow. I get that. Totally understand that. And Echo of Persistence. Void Bless applied to you gives you grants you invisibility, overshield, and devour, and it has increased duration. That works out really good. So every time like when I use so the fragment that I'm using is Echo of Starvation. So every time I pick up an orb, it grants me a Devour. And also, whenever I use void grenades, it weakens targets. And then, so this Echo of instability, or no wait, or no, echo of a starvation. So every time I pick up an orb, it's going to grant me a devour. So that echo of instability right here, or sorry, echo of starvation is going to pair off with the avoided siphon. So pretty much how it works is every time how the void starvation is going to pair off with the void siphon is every time that you get a rapid void weapon funnel below, you create an orb power. So that pairs up really
Target's
good
making a
with
break for it.
the
Keep
echo
moving.
of starvation. As far as the uh, like I said, devouring pass,
High value
uh,
target
or
escaped.
devouring depths, casting your void super while you're critically wounded or benefiting from a devour increases your damage with that super. So if I pop my super and if I go in and out of my ability and my weapon is fully activated, as long as I'm getting kills and if I'm strafing in and out of my ability, I'm increasing my damage on my whatever super I'm using. So that actually pairs off really good. And that suppression mastery, this is going to pair off with my suppressing grenade. So every time when I throw in my suppressing grenade, it's going to increase my duration. So right now we're just going to, like I said, we're going to uh, stun these guys. Once they're stunned, we're gonna grab our elemental wells. We're gonna pick them up. We're gonna come back here. Once we come back here, we're just gonna have to throw the shield at the guy. Once we kill him, it actually went down pretty fast. I'm actually kind of amazed. So, like I said, we're just gonna constant and non-stop throw suppressing grenades at these guys. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to get rapid multi kills with this weapon. Because if I do that, it's going to create an orb. And once it creates an orb and I pick it up, see right now I generated orbs and right now I'm void leeched. Okay? So, which is pretty good. I think what void leeched is the only way that you can get void leeched is by having your weapon fully activated. So once you have that's okay. So now I understand. The only way you can get void leeched charged, you got to have your gun fully activated. Okay, now I understand. And the only reason why I couldn't get a devour is for a simple reason. The only reason why I couldn't pick up that orb is due to the fact because I already have my super. So I wonder. Okay, so I wonder. I'm gonna come back over here, and I'm just gonna step inside this little area right here. I'm gonna pop my super. I'm gonna activate it. Uh, that's still kind of definitely hard, but it does look like it burns a lot. Their health bar off though. So right now I'm just trying to get at least some multi kills, like rapid multi kills. That way I can create an orb. Once I create an orb, I'll definitely have a devour. I'm still trying to get used to this weapon, but these guys definitely move around a lot. Like when you get close to them.
Incoming wave at the ruins.
Okay, so void leech charged. Um, was not fully charged all the way. I mean, I do have a couple bars. Okay, now I'm fully charged. Now I have volatile rounds. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pick up at these wells.
Guts. Just remember to cash in.
I'm gonna pop my super. So I guess what I think it is, as long as I'm getting kills, uh, and as long as I have my devour, and as long as I'm getting kills, I don't think my devour is gonna run out as long as I'm getting kills. As long as I have my weapon activated, as long as I'm getting kills, I believe that my devour is never gonna run out. It's just as long as I get kills. Okay, we're gonna get our grenade back.
Hostiles at the trees.
I don't think that's how the Devour works. Once you have your weapon fully activated, once, as long as you don't have your super, you're able to pick up an orb. Once you pick up an orb, you automatically get Devour. Okay? So, I mean, I totally understand that. I get that. Which is awesome. And the only way to get Void leached, you gotta have your gun somewhat activated. So if you want your gun to actually reach a full potential, you definitely want to fill all four of these purple circles up in your gun inside your scope. Once you do that, then you can fully activate your weapon, and then you'll actually get the full effects on what the weapon actually does. This guy hits hard. I mean, like I said, I really like this gun. Okay, I just need one more circle to fill up. I'm trying to. I mean, it's definitely powerful.
Hostiles incoming from the beach.
Like I said, once you fully activate this literally can burn through a shield like it's nothing. But like I said, for you to actually keep your devour once you have your weapon fully activated, you gotta constantly get kills. If you're constantly getting kills and your gun is fully activated, you're never gonna ever run out of the devour ever. You're never gonna run out. And as long as I'm getting like rapid kills with my with my weapon, it has to be rapid avoided weapon kills. Once I do that, it has a chance to like create an orb, which is really good. And since I'm stacking the avoided siphon, uh, what do you call it?
30
Um,
seconds. It's not
as
over
long as
yet.
I'm stacking the voided siphon, I have it increases my potency of creating an orb. So once I created an orb, I automatically once I create an orb, and once I pick up the orb, as long as I don't have my super, um, what do you call it? I automatically get a devour. So which is a really great thing, you know. I mean, really great
Show
thing
us
to
what you
have.
got, Bull. Primeval's on the field. Two Primevals
Okay,
in a
so
row.
I'm gonna.
Finish first and win.
Okay, I just need one, and I think I need one circle to fill up. Yeah, I just need one. I mean, like I said, this ain't really a really great gun for like trying to attack the boss. I mean, but like I said, I mean it could definitely do some major damage for like ad clear. I think this gun is like the design just for ad clear, not really for like trying to take out a boss. I think it's just designed just for ad clear alone. This lady is hiding from me. I'll tell you what, this lady is pretty smart.
Convoys ate it. Now devour that Primeval.
So like I said, I mean, when I'm using this weapon on the boss, it really doesn't do that much damage.
You gained the lead.
Maybe if I can maybe do like a build. Now that what my weapon's fully activated, we're just going to see how much damage we could do until my leech runs out. Looks like it's ran out. So really not that great damage. But like I said, guys, the only way you can actually get Devour, as far as I know, from using it, when we're gonna go back into here. So like, if you go right here, if you stack this twice, basically what it does, it increases the drop rate, you know, from the drop in an orb. When you get in a rapid avoid weapon funnel, it has an increased drop rate potency to actually generate an orb. So that's really good. But like I said, once you get your gun fully activated, guys, um, and you throw your grenade and you pick up your wells, and as long as you're getting multi kills with your weapon, it has a chance to generate an orb. Once it generates an orb, you pick up that orb, and you automatically have a devour automatically. So once that devour kicks in, and then you activate your weapon and you pop your super, it's gonna increase the damage. It's that whatever super that you're using is basically gonna increase the damage because if you go where it says let's see where was it um uh I think where did I see it at so picking up an ore grants you the devourer. I understand that. Void supply grants invisibility, overshield, and devour duration, and defeating targets grants volatile rounds to avoid weapons. I understand that. And as long as you're getting rapid void weapon kills, and you stack this twice,
Heard you
you
learned to shoot
definitely
like that.
have a
Have
chance
you
to
ever looked at making
generate
extra glitter?
an
Maybe
orb,
I...
which is just really good. Whenever I pick up a void element to well, uh, it automatically grants me void weapons up for volatile rounds, which is good. But like I said, guys, the only way that I seen that you can actually get Devourer is by, like I said, if you want the rapid weapon kills for whatever you're using, like if you're using an Void Siphon, and I would recommend a Void Siphon. It's really, really good. If you want to use, like, let's say, Harmonic Siphon, which is really good, basically, what that does is every time you get a rapid weapon and a final blow, basically it matches your damage type, and it has a chance to create an orb, which is really good. Also, kinetic rapid final blow. So in other words, if you get like a kinetic like a multi kill, it has a chance to create an herb, which is really, really good. I get that. So it seems like the only way, like I said, guys, is for you to actually create get Devour. I'm guessing it is from multi kills or or like a final weapon below that's a avoided weapon. So well, I mean, like I said, that when my experience when using this gun is that every time when I pick up an orb, it grants me a devour. So if I pop my super, my bubble, or whatever super that you guys are using, and you activate your weapon, as long as you're getting kills, you're going to increase the duration that your devour. Okay, it's gonna proc and it's gonna stay there for a very long time. And now, if we go back to right here to this perk right here, like I said, weapons magazine is automatically reloaded when you gain devour. So like whenever you get devour, it's gonna automatically reload your weapon. Not only it's going to reload your weapon, but it has a chance. You have a chance to get avoid overshield, or you have a chance to become invincible. Invisible. So that's really good. So like I said, like when you pop your super, uh, you, where was it? I can't remember which one it was. Let's see. I think it was one of the aspects, maybe. Uh, Let me see. Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. So I wonder how this works. If I pop my bubble, it says your grenade charges significantly faster, increased melee range and damage. And extends the duration of final melee blows, extend the duration of your overshield, which is good. And every time I pick up an orb, like I said, guys, every time I pick up an orb, this fragment is gonna pair off with, like I said, every time when you pick up an orb, it grants me a devour. So I'd recommend if you guys are using somewhat a similar setup, I guess, I'd recommend using this because this pairs off really good. Because every time you get a weapon void final blow, or you get a rapid pretty much a multi kill, it creates orbs. And then every time when you create an orb, guys, what's that I do? It creates the devour. And then as long as like if you pop your activate your weapon and it's fully into like leech mode, void leech mode, when you activate that, as long as you're getting the void weapon kills with that gun, you're gonna increase your duration of your devour. So basically, it's never gonna run out. Why? Because you're it's a non-stop. You're non as long as you're getting non-stop kills with that weapon, you're never gonna run out of your devour. So really great, uh, really great thing to use. Uh, Yeah. Okay. So this actually is really good too. Like I said, the devouring in depths, casting your voice super while you are wounded or benefiting from the devourer. So in other words, if I pop my super and if I had that duration on my devourer, it's gonna increase my damage with that super. So which is good. So if I pop my bubble and if I go in and out of my bubble, and as long as I'm getting kills, not only it's going to increase my time for my devour, but it's going to increase my damage when I go in and out of that bubble. As long as I have this mod equipped, that's going to pay off a big time. And then this suppression mastery, what this does is every time when I throw my suppressing grenade, it's going to increase the duration of my suppression. Okay, so if I get suppression void kills with my grenade, it's going to drop me wells. And the reason why it's going to drop me wells, guys, is it's because I'm using elemental ordnance. Every time when I get like a void kill with a suppressor grenade, it always drops, elemental ordnance. What that does, every time when you ever see a well on the ground, you pick it up, and it's gonna put ability energy back into your grenade or your melee energy. Uh, like for instance, the more discipline that you have, the more you're gonna get back as far as your grenade. If you have like a 10 in discipline, you're gonna get back your grenade probably within maybe 10 seconds. Despite uh, how high your discipline is going to be. Same thing with your, I think it's your, what is it, your strength for your melee ability. If you have like 100 discipline and 100 strength, you're going to get your melee ability back within seconds and your discipline. But like I said, guys, if you use these two mods right here, these mods are going to interact with this mod right here. What is it? Um, Echo of Starvation. Echo of Starvation is going to pair off with uh, the Void Siphon. Because every time you get a rapid kill or you get a rapid avoided weapon kill, and if you stack the Void Siphon twice, uh, basically it increases the potency of your generating an orb. So if you stack Void Siphon twice, you have a really good chance of getting an orb. So in other words, when that orb drops, guys, you automatically get the Devour. And when we automatically get the Devour, And if you activate your weapon, and as long as you're getting kills with that weapon, you're never gonna run out of your devourer. And as long as you get a devourer, and as long as you have the devourer, and you're getting void weapon kills, you never have to reload your weapon. So not only when you have a devourer, like I said, and then as long as you're getting void weapon kills, guys, and if you go back to this perk, what it says is this weapon's magazine is automatically reloaded when you have the Devourer. So not only when you have Devourer and you get a weapon kills and stuff, you're never running out. As long as you're getting void weapon kills, you're never ever running out. Why? Because you're extending your duration of your timer, and you're never ever running out the Devourer. So not only when you're never running out of your Devourer, you have a chance to create a void over shield, or you have a chance to become invisible as long as your weapon is fully activated. As long as you're devoured and never runs it out, I don't think that your weapon when it's activated, I don't think it ever deactivates. As long as you're getting void weapon kills, I don't think your devour's ever gonna run out. Therefore, you could have like an like, yeah, okay. So I'm not really sure how long of an overshield or you're how long you're invisible for, but I do know that this, well, as long as you're picking up an orb, you automatically become devoured. And if you wait to use your devour, like okay, so in other words, if you have your super and there's all kinds of ads right there. And if you have your super your gun is fully void leached, and it has the four purple circles, which it's gonna benefit. It's basically at 100% power. So if you activate your super and you pop your bubble, and if you go in and out of your bubble, and there's all kinds of ads, and as long as you're getting kills, you're never gonna run out of your devour ever. Um, and not only as long as you're getting kills and then you have your devourer, uh, you're never going to have to reload your weapon, guys. As far as avoid over shield and becoming an invisible, I'm not sure how long the duration it is for that, but definitely a really cool perk. So, like I said, guys, the Echo Starvation, if you equip this mod, uh, you have a chance to not a chance. If there's an orb on the ground, it's gonna get you to devour. So if you activate your gun, as long as you're getting devour, you're never gonna run out of a devour ever. And then this is gonna pair up, like I said, with the two siphons. And then every time I pick up void elemental wells, I get volatile rounds, which is really good. So, like I said, guys, if you pair that up with this, the devouring depths, every time you cast a void super, whenever you're critically wounded, and then, like, let's say if I'm wounded and I'm going in and out of my bubble, so not only am I getting weapons to light, but and as long as I'm getting kills, and as long as I have my devour duration extended, it's increasing my super within that damage. So as long as I'm getting kills, it's gonna increase my devour time. I'm never gonna run it out. And as long as I have my devourer, it basically, as long as I'm going in and out of my bubble, and it basically increases my damage. As long as I have my super, and it increases my damage. That is really good. And whenever I finish somebody, I always get my grenades back. And then I've had a lot of people ask me, okay, if you finish somebody, do you get your first grenade back right away? Yes, you do. Now, if you finish an ad again, do you automatically get your second grenade back? No, you don't. If you finish somebody, despite it goes off your discipline, guys. Like I said, if you finish somebody, you already have a grenade, and if you're rocking an artillery display and you finish somebody for a second time, it's not going to give you your grenade back right away. It's not going to give you your second grenade. What it does, if it goes off your discipline. So if you have a 10 discipline, it's going to act as ability energy. And it's going to feed that energy back into your second grenade. It's not going to give you, like a full bar of your second grenade, but it's going to give you some percentage despite whatever discipline that you have when you're rocking an titanium chest plate. So without that being said, guys, well, you enjoyed the video. Sorry if you couldn't really understand me that well. I apologize. But I was just super excited, getting into this exotic pulse rifle from beating the boss inside Val, the discipline raid. Like I said, guys, I'm not sure really what the drop rate was, but I'm so happy that I got it on my first try, and I'm super excited to actually test this weapon out, and I'm